All right, so I thought I would share another very short video, but just looking a bit at filters. So when you're doing film photography, and I find especially with large format photography, sometimes the use of filters can really help change the aesthetic of an image. And I had one quick example. This is just a short example from a trip that I recently took, where I took my large format 8x10 camera and took some pictures. I didn't actually use filters all that much during the trip, but I had one example where I took the scene both with and without a filter. So the most fundamental thing to remember about filters when you're using filters the most fundamental thing to remember about filters with photography is that the filter will lighten the same color. And so if you use a green filter, it will make things that are green be a bit lighter or brighter, and it'll make things that are opposite of it on the color wheel appear darker. And so I've got a really great example here of a little card, a cheat sheet that I received from a workshop that I did for large format photography by Alan Ross, who's amazing printer and photographer and does some incredible workshops. You can see here some really great examples. See here the examples. So if I have a green filter, which is the example I'll show, you'll notice that the green in this image, the grass basically on the hills, it becomes brighter. And then anything that would be on the opposite side of the color wheel, so down here, kind of that magenta color will appear darker. And as a great example here, you can probably see of some doors basically, or sorry, a door. It's all the same scene, and it's just applying different filters. So you see the scene in color there in the middle, and then the application of a red filter gives you this image. So your green bushes become much darker, and the red door becomes very bright. And then here you've used a green filter, so you can see that the bushes have become nice and bright, but that door, which is red and its opposite kind of on the color wheel there from green, becomes very dark. So that's a really great example of it. The example I provide is not quite so significant, but I do think you'll see the difference. I noticed the difference, and certainly it makes the image that I see when I scan it be closer to what I saw in person, or what I felt from the scene. Okay, and so here we see the images, and then we can see them here side by side. So the one on the left is no filter, and the one on the right is with a green filter. So you can definitely see the difference. One thing to keep in mind is when you're working with filters is you do need to adjust your exposure. And so for this green filter, it is a +3, which means you need to increase the exposure by 3 stops. Short video, hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, talk to you later. Peace.